looking at a project can be very overwhelming. Oh my gosh, I need this and this. My kids are at me. I need all these different things. But maybe you're like a voice of reason. Okay. You're like a neutral third party. You come in and say, yep, maybe all these things, but let's tackle the very first thing. And then maybe 6 months, we can do something else so that it's not maybe so overwhelming or
Yeah.
financially overwhelming too. I mean, I'm sure that that's a big thing on everybody's mind is how much is this going to cost me?
Yeah.
I'm on a fixed income. And how do you work with those seniors?
Well, I mean, one of the big things we talk about is the preventative side of it. I mean, the
Mm,
cost of if you have a slip and fall, the cost of a hospital stay, the rehabilitation, and all of that is way more than a lot of what these modifications would be.
mhm.
So I always look at it on the front end is like, you know, we unfortunately always get the calls after the injury takes place, and then we'd rather have people calling in to say, what can I do to make my home safer? And again, my God bless my mom too. She has a lot of pride and says, well, I don't need this stuff. I don't need, I'm doing fine. But in reality, only how many times have you caught yourself slipping on wet tile and you brace yourself? And
Mhm.
when you're older, and a lot of times you don't want to admit that you don't have those cat-like reflexes like you used to when you're younger, but the reality is you don't. And
Yeah.
if you do slip and fall, I mean, some of these, like a simple grab bar is going to save a lot of money and energy and the pain of rehabilitating yourself. And again, we all know when you get older, you can't jump back like you were when you're in your 20s. It
Mhm.
takes a long time. So I always say figure the time, the energy, and the potential cost if you don't do these things. And again, it doesn't mean to be in a threatening way. It's just to say these things are really important. And again, going back to we talked about that peace of mind thing, knowing that, hey, you know what, they have everything in place. Should they ever have that mishap or that slide, there's a grab bar to the left and to
Right.
the right of them that they can grab onto with trust.